a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. On the Ravens sideline, look at their head coach. These guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Along the opposite sideline, that's the head coach of the Browns. Those guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. Happy you could join us for this one, football fans. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. Spencer Schrader just about set. And we're underway here in Cleveland. This makes it up to the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from this performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. It's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
They'll get 16 yards on that play, and that's good for a Ravens first down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
On play action, here's Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Browns take over as he records his 10th career INT. And this defense may sit in the bottom half of the league, but, hey, an early reminder there, you can't take them lightly.
That's right. Where they rank is only a number, right? And they'll keep outplaying it if they take the ball away like that. You're not playing this defense they've been all season. This is a reminder you play in the defense here today.
So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Louisville products. I know those folks are excited for them, as are the folks from Texas Tech and Oregon. Here's Tyler Shough. Quickly to the air. Here's Shough. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Ravens make the recovery. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
The Ravens and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. First down, around with Barkley. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They go to Barkley again. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Barkley. A gain of 3 yards. And the Baltimore.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. With a better result than that last run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up fourth down. Will Lutz on to attempt the field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx it.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Going to the ground. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. But the Browns got this one back, so they will luckily hang on to possession. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. Here's our first look at the rookie out of Mississippi State. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. So now here's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Chuck now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. He's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Jordan Stout headed out to punt it away on 4th. Deontay Hardy to return this for the Ravens. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They came into this game on a 5-game win streak and currently in control of what could be a 6th straight victory. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And the Browns get there and take him down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
It's a screen to Barkley. What a hit, and the ball's loose. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Williams with a sneak. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. First down from the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Williams from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
A gain of 12 yards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
23-yard line.
Williams off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Williams will look to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line, still a couple yards short of that end zone. It's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. To throw, Williams. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Ravens making a 9-point advantage. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Up 2nd and 7.
Rush coming for Shuck. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And Baltimore finishes the return to the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead off the turnover. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap. And that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the upright. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. On their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play action, Chuck. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And they're going to get it to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he sent out.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And the Ravens make the recovery.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this, I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And he's taken down at the 30. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Williams on the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Throwing from the gun. That one connects. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2 and sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every day.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown! Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game.
Browns nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns getting their offense out there. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and that's a Browns first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. Jump off caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Williams to throw. He finds Brown right side. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. First and 10 from the 32. Now here's Williams. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
It's now second and 10.
Williams set to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Now Williams. Completed over the middle. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down throw by Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, Williams. That's his back. Here's Barkley. They hold him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Baltimore first down.
Williams going to run with it. And that zone read goes backwards, Brock. They hand him a loss of 5.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. Offense to the line. 2nd down. They run it with Saquon. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd down. Browns opting to go with a dime set defensively. 3rd and long for him here. It's a screen to Barkley. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage. Brock, 4th down coming up. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. Big lead gets even larger, Brock, before halftime.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here's Palmer. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shuck. Wow, it's free again! But the Browns got this one back, so they will luckily hang on to possession.
Well, I think, the only thing redeeming about that play, Well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Gets it quickly to Palmer. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. On target to his man Higgins. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Ravens and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Williams to throw on first. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down. Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one's caught. This is Lambert Smith. He's able to cross midfield before going out. Again, it's Williams. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here's Williams again. That one's caught along the left sideline. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line.
And the Baltimore.
So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided, and with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Shot working from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Brings up third and 5.
Shuck now from the gun. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First and 10 at the 48.
Off the play action. Chuck. Cut out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
14 more yards. That's another Browns first down.
And off to Simpson. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Spencer Schrader ready for the field goal try. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Williams on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. First down, and they go right back to it. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second down.
The tackle by Cam Taylor-Britt. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
2 yards on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Williams off the play fake. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
13 yards on the play. That's a
First down. Williams to throw. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. Offense is set. First and 10.
That's another Baltimore.
Working from the gun. Williams. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Lost on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air yet again. Williams finds him over the middle. He'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. He's going for it himself. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're going to run with Barkley. There's so much for finishing things on the ground. Now he is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Williams on the play action. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Williams to throw. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Going after tries goodbye lots. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On play action, here's Shaw. Connects on the crosser. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
The Browns, first down.
They give to Sampson here up the middle. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Second down carry for Sampson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
48-yard line.
Dive play straight ahead. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Barkley again here on 2nd. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Williams. It's a screen to Barkley. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Running left. This is Barkley. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there. You even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's another Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Ravens first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. It looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. From the red zone on 1st. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
On the return, here's Palmer. This makes it up to the 25.
Browns take over first and
Cleveland's
10.
offense all set to take over. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they've played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead. Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
And off here to Sampson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shuck on 3rd down. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They get an even 40 out of that one. And that's a Browns first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Complete to Tremble. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now there's the flag. It looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. To throw again here, it's Shuck. Knocked away and hits the ground incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down throw by Williams. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First down from the 42.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And that zone read goes nowhere. They didn't even get back to the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. On play action, here's Williams. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down.
Here he goes, third and long. He has the first over the middle. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Ravens first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
Thrown back, it's the handoff. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's third down.
Third down. Here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 14. First down, Baltimore.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. The second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.
So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.